Hey dear friend, do you feel like your brain needs some action? I've got just the thing. Concentrate and try to prove you're the best detective out there.
Yeah.
One lady had two admirers. One day, she urgently needed cash, but both men told her they were not ready to give her money. At the same time, the gentleman promised to buy her whatever she wanted. How did the young lady get out of the situation? The woman brought her first admirer to a clothing store, where she chose an expensive coat. The man paid, and they both left. The next day, the lady came to the same place with her second admirer and acquired the same coat. The third time she visited the store herself in order to return one of the purchases. Voila! Neither of her admirers was going to suspect her of returning his gift, and she had the cash she needed. Two girls, Susan and Gabrielle, differed from other people. They always told the truth, except for their birthdays. On their birthdays, the girls only told a lie. One day, on June 15th, each of the girls was asked when her birthday was. Susan said her birthday was the day before. Gabrielle replied that her birthday was going to be the next day. The next day, the girls were asked the same question, and oddly enough, they answered the same. Try to figure out when Susan and Gabrielle's birthdays are. Susan answered yesterday, twice in a row, so she lied once and told the truth once, which means that one of these days is her birthday. Let's say Susan's birthday is on June 15th. On this day, she lied, answering yesterday. And the next day, she told the truth, answering yesterday. Likewise, on the 15th of June, Gabrielle told the truth, answering that her birthday was the next day. On her birthday, June 16th, she lied again, answering tomorrow. So, Susan's birthday is on June 15th, and Gabrielle has her birthday on June 16th. In a grocery store, Claudia and her husband Jack met Elon, who, oddly enough, was the grandfather of the wife of her sister's mother-in-law's only son. I know, it's a lot. What's Elon to Claudia and Jack? Elon is Claudia's grandfather, and besides, he is the father of Jack's mother-in-law. Melissa met her guests who came to her birthday party. Catherine came before Bob, Aaron, and after Raynon. Bob arrived before Raynon, and Timothy came after Aaron. Which guest arrived last? Timothy was the last one to come. Three guys, Dylan, Brandon, and Sean, are friends with these girls, Valerie, Polly, and Olivia. Soon, the company splits into pairs because it turns out that Polly doesn't like playing tennis. Dylan is Valerie's brother, and he often goes to the tennis court with his girlfriend. Brandon asks Dylan's sister out on a date. Who does Sean spend time with? Sean spends time with Polly. You want to send an expensive item to a friend. You have a box that is larger than the item itself. You have several padlocks with keys. The box has a ring that is more than enough for a lock, but your friend doesn't have the keys to any of your locks. What should you do if you can't send the key in an unlocked box, as it may be copied? Put the item in the box and close it with a padlock. Send the box to your friend. The friend closes the box with his own padlock and sends the box back to you. You open your lock and send the box to your friend once again. He only needs to open his own lock. At school, in one of the classes, there were 4 pairs of twins. One day, all the students came to a school event with their parents, and it turned out that there were 85 people in total. How many students are in the class? Since each pair of twins most likely has different parents, then 4 pairs of twins and their parents make up 16 people. The remaining 69 people are ordinary students and their parents. Each of the non-twin students has 2 parents, so the number of non-twin students is 69 divided by 3 equals 23 students. So in total, there are 23 plus 8 equals 31 students in the class. Welcome back to our show. Before the break, Mr. Sanders here made it to our grand finale. How do you feel, Mr. Sanders? Nervous. Okay, now to win the main prize of $1 million, all you have to do is name 100 words that do not contain the letter A in 90 seconds. Start the clock. Can you help Mr. Sanders win the prize? He just needs to start counting really fast from 1 to 100. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is no letter A in any of these numbers. Check for yourself. To crack this riddle, you need to think outside the box. A man gave one son 10 cents, and his other son was given 15 cents. What time is it? It's 1:45. The man gave away a total of 25 cents. He divided this money between 2 people. Therefore, he gave a quarter to 2. Now, this riddle is kinda tricky, but I believe in your logical thinking skills. You can easily tile an 8x8 chessboard with 32 2x1 tiles, meaning that you can place these 32 tiles on the board and cover every square. But if you take away 2 opposite corners from the chessboard, it will become impossible to tile this new 62-square board. Can you explain why tiling this board isn't possible? Let's color our chessboard, alternating with red and blue tiles. Then, we need to color all of your tiles. Half of each tile should be red, and the other half should be blue. Whenever you place a tile down, you can always make it so that the red part of the tile is on a red square, and the blue part of the tile is on a blue square. Since you'll need to place 31 tiles on the board to cover all 62 squares, you would have to be able to cover 31 red squares and 31 blue squares. But by taking away the 2 corners, you're taking away 2 red squares, leaving 30 red squares and 32 blue squares. There is no way to cover 30 red squares and 32 blue squares with 31 tiles, since these tiles can only cover 31 red squares and 31 blue squares. And thus, tiling this board is not possible. Jason agreed to look after his friend's dog while the guy was away. He fell in love with a cute little Pomeranian, but Jason's wife and kids didn't like the pup. One evening, the man came back from work and discovered the dog was missing. Jason called the police. When they arrived, they started questioning Karen, Jason's wife. The woman said she had been sleeping all day. Then the police officer asked, "And what were the children doing?" "They were playing in the yard. Then I told them to go inside and do their homework." After that, the woman was accused of kicking the dog out. How did the police officer figure out it was Karen? The woman claimed she'd been sleeping all day. But then, how could she tell the kids to go outside? Stephen called the police to report his valuables were missing. When the police arrived, the man told them his story. "I went on a camping trip alone. I just had gotten there and set up my tent when it started to rain heavily. I hurried to find some dry firewood. I left my bag with my wallet and all the documents inside the tent. When I came back, everything was gone." The police officers didn't believe Stephen and fined him for making a false call. How did they understand the man was lying? Stephen said he had set up the tent before it started to rain, but then why is there a big puddle inside?
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.